Ladies and gentlemen, please join me for the police pipe and drums of Morris County.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, how about one more round of applause for the police? All members who attended with us tonight are first responders and frontline workers dedicated to Roxbury Township. So thank you, gentlemen.
I'm going to read the open public meeting statement now. Adequate notice of this meeting of the Township Council of the Township of Roxbury was given as required by the Open Public Meetings Act as follows. On December 31st, 2025, notice was emailed and faxed to the Daily Record, the North Star Ledger, the West Morris Reporter, and published in the Daily Record. Notice shall also remain posted throughout the year on the bulletin board in the main hallway of the municipal building. We did have an election, as I was just reminded, and at this time I'm going to read the statement of determination. A statement of determination of the Board of Canvassers relative to an election held in the Township of Roxbury, County of Morris, and State of New Jersey for the election of certain municipal officers for the municipality on the 4th day of November 2025. The said board does determine that at the said election, Jim Riley, Mark Crowley, Bob DiFilippo were all duly elected to the office of Township Council at large for a term of 4 years, and it is certified by both the chairman of the Board of Canvassers and Morris County Clerk Ann F. Grossi. Congratulations to all the winners of the most recent election. At this time, I'm going to swear in Jim Riley, followed by Mark Crowley and Bob DiFilippo. But Jim, if you can.
support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the government established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of member of the Township Council of the Township of Roxbury,
all the duties of a member of the Township Council of the Township of Roxbury,
according to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
over the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations. I, Bob Filippo,
I, Bob Filippo,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the government established in the United States,
and to the governments established in the United States,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of member of the Township Council of the Township of Roxbury,
all the duties of the member, as a member of the Township Council of the Township of Roxbury,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Now that everybody is sworn in, I'm going to take roll call. Councilwoman Albrecht. Here. Councilman Carey.
Yes.
Councilman Crowley.
Here.
Councilman DeFilippo.
Here.
Councilman Hall.
Here.
Councilman Patillo.
Here.
Councilman Riley.
Here.
This time I will take nominations for the position of mayor for 2026.
Ms. Reed, I'd like to nominate. In our form of government, we elect our mayor from among 7 members of the council. Some have described it as mostly ceremonial, but that's an unfair simplification. To be successful, the mayor needs to be a facilitator, referee, collaborator, leader by example, cheerleader, cat wrangler, and good listener, among other things. So during the past year, as Roxbury faced a few unique challenges, those qualities were never more important. Mayor Patillo rose to those challenges. For those reasons, and because we will continue to face a number of challenges and opportunities in 2026, I am honored to nominate my colleague and friend, Sean Patillo, for mayor.
I will second that.
We have a motion and a second for Sean Patillo to be mayor for 2026. Do I have any other motions? Seeing none, I am going to take roll call. Mayor Patillo. Councilwoman Albrecht.
Yes.
Councilman Carey.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Crowley.
Yes.
Councilman DeFilippo.
Yes.
Councilman Hall.
Yes.
Councilman Riley.
Yes.
Mayor Patillo.
Yes.
Congratulations. I'm going to swear in Sean Patillo as mayor right now.
Yeah.
Patillo,
I, Sean Patillo,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of Mayor of the Township of Roxbury
all the duties of Mayor of the Township of Roxbury
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
Congratulations. This time I will gladly hand the meeting over to the newly selected mayor, so take it over, Mayor.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everybody. Happy New Year and welcome to the 2026 reorg meeting for the Roxbury Township Council. As we begin a new year together, we do with optimism, energy, and shared commitment to keeping Roxbury moving forward in a positive and responsible direction. To start the evening off, I'd like to take a minute and thank the elected officials who have reached out to us to wish us well. And I'd also like to recognize those who have joined us tonight. We have County Surrogate Heather Darling with us tonight. Thank you for being here. We have former County Commissioner and former Roxbury Mayor Kathy DiFilippo with us tonight. We have Morris County Republican Chairperson Laura Ali with us. And we also have Lake Opakon founding member, Lake Opakon Foundation founding member, and Mountain Lakes Planning Board Chairman Marty Kane with us tonight. We're always happy. Thank you all for being with us tonight. We're grateful for your presence and appreciate the support you bring to Roxbury. We also have Roxbury School Board member Ann Colucci with us. Sorry, Ann. That's why I'm on a great council. Thank you for being here with us as you usually are. Thank you. So before looking ahead, I wanted to begin this year with some words of gratitude to my family. Nicole, my wife, my partner, my constant, and my foundation. Serving in this role is never an individual effort. There's a shared commitment. You hear the phone calls, you see the late nights, you hear the keyboard keystrokes, and you stand with me through both the challenging and rewarding moments. You are my sounding board, my calm in the storm, and my greatest source of strength. None of this is possible without your love, patience, and encouragement. My daughter Isabella, who's with us as well, thank you for all that you've done this past year. Thank you for attending the events. Thank you for speaking with the residents. Thank you for keeping me grounded. Thank you for being my guiding light. I know it's got to be a little different to have your father be the mayor of the town you live in, but you handled it with grace, maturity, and pride, and I'm very proud of you. I love you both so much. Thank you for everything you do, and I will be, it's okay. I will be forever grateful to you both. Thank you. I love you both. Also just had County Commissioner Doug Cabana join us. Thank you. All right, so when we began last year, none of us could have predicted everything it would bring. Sinkholes, a change to township leadership, new insurance coverage for our staff, leading the charge in New Jersey against unreasonable affordable housing regulations, a community prayer vigil, celebrating a homegrown, world-renowned wrestler, recognizing Roxbury's first female Eagle Scout, or launching an incredible Hometown Heroes banner. I don't believe any of us had that on our bingo card, but through it all, Roxbury rose to the occasion. At least we didn't have to deal with drones last year. In 2025, this council adopted a budget that resulted in a 0% municipal tax increase, demonstrating our continued commitment to keeping Roxbury an affordable place to live, work, and raise a family, while still delivering the essential services that keep our town safe and moving forward. The council authorized the start of planning for a new Department of Public Works and Recreation building at Horseshoe Lake, replacing the aging facility and providing much needed storage for our recreation program. We invested $1.24 million in paving our roads. We approved updates to our tennis courts, also now serving as pickleball courts. We purchased a new senior bus, we purchased a new street sweep, and we dedicated significant cash funding towards our new fire apparatus scheduled to arrive here in town next year. Throughout the year of transition, our township departments continue to operate with professionalism and efficiency. Even as we said goodbye to Township Manager John Shepard, welcomed Joe DiArco as interim manager, and then appointed J.J. Murphy as our new township manager, our staff never lost focus on serving the residents of Roxbury. I thank every department head and staff member for their unwavering dedication. On the dais with me tonight, our township clerk, Amy Reed, and township attorney, Anthony Bucco. Thank you. Thank you for the countless emails, the phone calls, the late night messages, guidance, and steady leadership. Whenever my head was spinning, you had the answers for me. Roxbury is very fortunate to have the both of you on our side, and we appreciate your dedication to all of us. Our volunteer fire and EMS department, once again, demonstrated extraordinary commitment this past year, welcoming 11 new members and responding to nearly 1,400 calls across Roxbury and surrounding communities. I'd like to thank Chief Spot, Chief McGulligan, Chief Romeo, and Chief Valencia for your leadership and service in 2025, and thank the department as a whole. Thank you to everybody. Our police department welcomed Chief Matthew Holland in his first year at the helm. I see him sneaking in the back over there as well. We welcomed him to his first year. Under his leadership, the department responded to approximately 43,000 calls and traffic stops. Chief, thank you for your leadership. Please pass our words on to the whole department and let them know how appreciated they are. Along with the first responders and frontline workers, our Department of Public Works, all three departments did an amazing job navigating the unforeseen Route 80 shutdown. They did it with professionalism, creativity, and a residents first mindset. As thousands of commuters flooded our streets and travel times multiplied, all of you kept Roxbury protected and moving. Thank you for your exceptional work during that challenging time and throughout the whole year. To our valuable township volunteers, Roxbury would not be what it is without you. From boards and committees to parks and street cleanups, food drives, fundraising, and coaching our children, you give thousands of hours each year. You are the heartbeat of this community, and because of you, Roxbury remains a place where neighbors know each other, look out for one another, and turn us into a neighborhood. JJ, in just a short time, I believe that you already see what makes Roxbury such a special place. The people who live here, work here, and volunteer here. We all thank you for joining us, and we're really excited to have you on board with us, and we're extremely happy to see what you're going to bring and what we're going to do together in the years to come. My council colleagues, congratulations to Jim, Mark, and Bob on your re-election to serve the people of Roxbury. Your proven leadership will continue to benefit our residents and guide the township. Council, thank you all for your dedication, your time, and your commitment to Roxbury. Being able to work collaboratively with each other is what makes the role of mayor effective. This council's shared vision, thoughtful input, and commitment to our residents continue to drive Roxbury towards a strong and promising future. Thank you all. As we move into 2026, our country's semi-quincentennial, the council, together with our township manager, clerk, professional partners, every municipal department, remain fully committed to serving the residents of Roxbury with diligence, transparency, and purpose. we will once again begin the year by carefully reviewing both our operating and capital budget with the goal of presenting a well-vetted, fiscally responsible plan to our residents at the conclusion of this annual process. Roxbury will continue to pursue sensible and balanced development while responsibly investing in recreation, public works, public safety, our roads and sidewalks, and have some fun and exciting events to celebrate this great country's 250th anniversary. We will continue to actively seek alternate funding opportunities such as grants, prudent cash investments, and other financial programs that allow us to enhance services while keeping Roxbury affordable for all. While we always acknowledge challenges ahead, we remain committed to preparing to meet whatever 2026 brings, with steady leadership and a clear focus on the long-term well-being of Roxbury Township. It is once again my privilege and honor to serve as the mayor of this town for 2026. Together as a council, we look forward to continuing to serve our residents with truth, excitement, and steadfast commitment to always putting community first. God bless all of you, God bless Roxbury Township, and God bless the United States of America. I would now like to accept the nomination for Deputy Mayor.
Mayor, I would like to nominate my running mate and good friend, Mark Crowley, to once again serve as Deputy Mayor of Roxbury Township in 2026.
I'd like to second that.
Mark is a staunch supporter of our volunteers and first responders. He is always concerned about the safety and well-being of Roxbury and its residents. And I think the two of you worked great over the last year. Look forward to having you both serve with us.
Do I have any other nominations? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Albrecht.
Yes.
Councilman Carey.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor, Deputy Mayor Crowley.
Yes.
Councilman DeFilippo.
Yes.
Councilman Hall.
Yes.
Councilman Riley.
Yes.
Mayor Patillo.
Yes. Congratulations, Mark.
I, Mark Crowley,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of Deputy Mayor of the Township of Roxbury
all the duties of the Deputy Mayor of the Township of Roxbury
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
I'd like to just say a couple of words. Very tough to follow the mayor and all the things that he's brought up. One is I want to thank my wife Andy for giving me the courage, the time, the energy to go ahead and perform these things for a fantastic township. I want to thank the employees. They keep this place going all the time. The volunteers, as Councilman Riley said, we are a unique township. Never have I, in 14 years, called someone and asked for some help that a volunteer hasn't come up or come to me and said, I want to do this. This room tonight is full of volunteers. I want to thank you all for it. And the council. I really enjoyed being part of this team. I want to thank you, and it's an honor to be deputy mayor again. I look forward to working with all of you to keep this township great. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy. This brings us to item 6, oath of offices, 2026 fire chiefs. First up, Fire Department Chief, calendar year 2026, Tommy Valencia.
Yeah.
Next to take the oath of office, First Assistant Chief, calendar year 2026, Jonathan Romeo.
I, Jonathan Romeo,
I, Jonathan Romeo,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
the governments established in the United States,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of the office of First Assistant Chief of the Roxbury Township Fire Department
all the duties of the office of First Assistant Chief of the Roxbury Township Fire Department
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Next up, Second Assistant Chief, calendar year 2026, Mike McCullough.
I, Michael McCullough,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of the office of Second Assistant Chief of the Roxbury Township Fire Department
all the duties of the office of Second Assistant Chief of the Roxbury Township Fire Department
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Next up, Third Assistant Chief, calendar year 2026, David Ward Sr.
I, David Ward,
I, David Ward,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United States,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
and I will faithfully, unjustly, and impartially perform
all the duties of the office of Third Assistant Chief of the Roxbury Township Fire Department
all the duties of the office of the Third Assistant Chief of the Roxbury Township Fire Department
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Minstrel Marine. All right. Quick. March.
continue on the item 7, incorporating resolutions number 1 of 2, 2026-001.
I'll make a motion to accept 2026-001 through 2026-010.
And I'll second it.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Councilwoman Albrecht.
Yes.
Councilman Carey.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Crowley.
Yes.
Councilman DiFilippo.
Yes.
Councilman Hall.
Yes.
Councilman Riley. Mayor Patillo.
Yes. Brings us to item 8, mayoral appointments. A full list of mayoral appointments is available in the packet on page 12. If anybody wishes to see that. Is there any discussion or comments? Seeing none, moving on. Council appointments, we have a motion.
Mayor, so moved, 9A through 9R.
I'll second that motion.
Again, a full list of appointments is available in the packet, if anybody wishes to look at that. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call?
Councilwoman Albrecht.
Yes.
Councilman Carey.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Crowley.
Yes.
Councilman DiFilippo.
Yes.
Councilman Hall.
Yes.
Councilman Riley.
Yes.
Mayor Patillo.
Yes. Brings us to item 10, incorporating resolutions 2 of 2.
I would like to make a motion to include 2026-011 up to 2026-019.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Councilwoman Albrecht.
Yeah.
Councilman Carey.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Crowley.
Yes.
Councilman DiFilippo.
Yes.
Councilman Hall.
Yes.
Councilman Riley.
Yes.
Mayor Patillo.
Yes. All right, this brings us to our first public portion, our only public portion for the night. Before I open it up to the public for comment, I would like to provide an update on the current situation stemming from the Washington Post article. As of today, it remains the case that no Roxbury Township officials have been contacted by any federal agency regarding a processing center within our township's boundaries. We have been in contact with Congressman Kane Jr.'s office, and he currently does not have any information on this matter and remains committed to providing information to the township if and when it is received from ICE or DHS. U.S. Senator Cory Booker's office was also contacted and has no information at this time. While we reached out to Senator Andy Kim's office, we have not heard back from him yet. Both New Jersey Senator Space and New Jersey Senator Bucco continue to work their respective channels to obtain accurate and verified information on behalf of Roxbury as well. We have also reached out to our contacts within the New Jersey State Police and Morris County Sheriff Jim Gannon's office. They both confirmed that they have not been contacted regarding this matter and have not received information either. Roxbury officials are diligently and proactively reviewing potential buildings within the township that may meet the required criteria. At this time, no location has been confirmed. We are working closely with our representatives to evaluate options to ensure that any potential plan that may be developed will be done with the best interest of Roxbury residents firmly in mind. Our residents are the highest priority, and we remain fully committed to the safety and protection of our community and property throughout Roxbury Township. We will continue to keep our residents informed by providing appropriate updates as information becomes available. I will now open it up to the public for anyone who wishes to come up and address the council. I ask everyone in the audience to please maintain the 3-minute rule, and we will be keeping time.
Good evening. My name is William Angus, and I want to discuss.
Phone is not on.
Oh, it is not. Is there a button? All right, I'll just speak really loud.
No, we need to have it on record.
Oh.
First, so just turn it on.
Is there an on button? Where's the on button on this? Thank you. Appreciate that. Good evening. My name is William Angus, and I do have thoughts on this ICE detainment facility.
Your address for the record,
Oh,
please.
I live in Hackettstown, 169 Riva Drive, but before that I lived right here in Roxbury for 10 years. I do oppose the facility. I don't think I want to see the immigrants who live in this town live their lives in fear. I don't want them to be afraid to go to the park or playground. I don't want the kids in this town wondering if they're going to come home and find one of their parents is just gone. No idea where they are, when they'll come back, or if they'll come back. Because ICE will absolutely target people in this town, and they aren't discriminating. If you look foreign, they will stop you. If you have documentation that you're a citizen, they can claim it's fake and deny you access to a lawyer. And if they say it's fake, it's fake. Off you go to Louisiana, and then on to El Salvador, or wherever it is that they send you. And don't tell me it can't happen. It happened to Dulce Consuelo Dia, and we only know about her because her lawyer went to the media. There are 1,800 people who went to Alligator Alcatraz whose whereabouts are completely unknown. How many of them did ICE say had fake birth certificates? These are the reasons that I oppose ICE and its mission. Now, I believe some of you up there would lie down in front of the construction trucks to stop this facility. And I think some of you would hold those giant scissors and cut the ribbon yourselves. And I want to speak to both of you. Mayor Patillo, I do appreciate your statement this evening, letting us know that unfortunately there is no new information. What's missing is telling us how you react to it. Meaning, do you oppose this facility, or will you work with them? And for those of you up there who would align with my position, I think it's important that you make a public statement. Let the feds know that you don't support them, and let the people know that you do support them. Being public in your opposition is a weapon and a tool, and I urge you to use it. As for those of you who might be inclined to support this action, you might think this is political or partisan, but it isn't. You can support Donald Trump, but not want an ICE detainment facility here. Anthony Bucco will never be accused of being a liberal, but he opposes it. The reasons why you don't want a facility here are many, but among them are the strain on police and fire resources, negative impact to local businesses, drain on the budget, escalating conflict among residents, and lowering property values. Look at this from a financial perspective, and all the evidence is Roxbury will suffer for this. And do we really want to be known as a prison town? Whatever you decide, we the people will be heard on the issue. We will protest at every opportunity. We will make it as unpleasant for DHS as we can. We will beat the drum loudly, far and wide. And we will hold every one of you accountable for whatever actions you take. Thank you.
Good evening and congratulations to all of you who were sworn in tonight. I'm Corey Herbig. I'm from Parsippany, New Jersey. I spoke last week. I have a lot to say tonight, so I'm going to talk really fast. Forgive me. I realize that these are very polarizing times, and we're all doing the best that we can with the information that we have. But I also recognize that many times we're working off of different information. So I want to tell you about some of the information that I'm seeing. I'm seeing multiple lawsuits against ICE and the federal government for human rights violations at ICE detention centers, just like the one proposed here in Roxbury. Multiple lawsuits were filed in November of 2025 over a California city detention facility, including a class action suit alleging severe medical neglect, including denial of cancer treatment and insulin, unsanitary conditions including sewage leakage and bug infestations, and denial of access to legal counsel. I'm seeing lawsuits in Florida detention centers documenting abusive practices, overcrowding, and inadequate medical care at Crow North Detention Center, Broward Transitional Center, and FDC Miami facilities. I'm seeing a lawsuit about the Broadview Detention Center outside of Chicago. Details in that complaint include overcrowded cells with overflowing toilets, denial of basic necessities such as beds, sufficient food, water, hygiene products like soap, toothbrushes, menstrual products, and denial of the ability to shower for days or weeks on end. Denial of private and confidential phone calls with attorneys, coercion to sign immigration documents, including voluntary departure forms, in English without proper translation or legal advice. The judge's order in that case required specific improvements, including cleaning holding cells at least twice a day, providing detainees with soap, toothbrushes, towels, and 3 full meals a day with bottled water upon request. I want to emphasize this point. A judge had to tell ICE that they had to provide toothbrushes, towels, soap, and 3 meals a day to people being held in detention. Let that sink in for a minute. A judge had to tell them that they must allow detainees to shower at least every other day, and that they must ensure free private calls with lawyers. A judge had to tell them that they can't misrepresent documents to the detainees. Also at Broadview in Illinois, Reverend David Black, a Presbyterian minister, was shot 7 times with pepper bullets, including in the head, by ICE while peacefully protesting outside. Video of this incident went viral on social media, and once you've seen the footage, there can be absolutely no question that he was peacefully protesting. A judge reviewed the incident and granted a temporary restraining order, blocking federal ICE agents from using less than lethal chemical weapons, including pepper bullets and pepper spray and tear gas against protesters at that facility. Is this really what you want in Roxbury, or for anyone for that matter? As I did last week, I once again urge you to use every single tool at your disposal to make sure that DHS knows that Roxbury will not stand for this kind of cruelty and abuse. Amend your zoning laws to make private prisons a prohibited use. Put in place every single restriction you can think of, including denial of local infrastructure permits, proximity to schools, houses of worship, residential homes, hospitals, anything else that you can think of. You have tools at your disposal. Please use them.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alex Rickard. I'm from Hackensack. I could expound on how ICE will cost this community greatly. Their vehicles will tear up your roads while they don't pay for them, take your water, power, land, etc., and pay you only what they feel they should and not what you're actually owed. It's the supremacy clause after all. But that's kind of a moot point. We don't actually need to debate its justification on those merits because it falls below the greater discussion of the moral argument. And there's no moral argument for this, while there are plenty against. To quote the Washington Post article from December 24th, quote, "We need to get better at treating this like a business," ICE Acting Director Todd N. Lyons said at the Border Security Conference in April, according to the Arizona Mirror. The administration's goal, he said, was to deport immigrants as efficiently as Amazon moves packages, quote, "like Prime, but with human beings," unquote. Prime, but with human beings. He said that as if it were aspirational, like it was a good thing, not ashamed, but bragging, as if it wasn't a monstrous statement worthy of Adolf Eichmann. Isn't that fun, though? Don't you love Amazon Prime? Isn't that famous for being such a good system that provides great pay and working conditions for its employees? No. In this circumstance, it's what Hannah Arendt coined the banality of evil when referring to the contemporary German attitudes towards the Holocaust. How people create special language and bureaucratic systems to divorce ourselves from the evils we are party to. Make it seem boring, run-of-the-mill, just the way things are done, hidden behind paperwork and cutouts. They want their packages with one-day delivery and their undesirables with one-day extermination, just like Prime. An efficient, impersonal machine for stripping those people of dignity, rights, health, and even life, and throwing them, deserving or no, into the lake of fire. So saith our Lord and Master Donald Mammon Trump, may his mark upon our foreheads never fade. They've created a bureaucratic machine that allows them and us the illusion that we can pass the buck on our moral responsibility for these quite immoral decisions. Oh, they're not people, they're criminals. They're not people, they're illegal. They're not people, they're just packages. And none of these terms even legally applies even by ICE's own definition. It's entirely arbitrary. They're choosing to do this, they have all the power, and they want to do it this way. So do we want to go along with them? The terms illegal, criminal, alien, it's all just language they're using to trick you. You're being had, being used. These people have not been found guilty, they've been declared guilty by writ, by diktat. The vast majority have no criminal record, no standing warrant, not even a removal order, and many have legal status that was revoked without warning until they were black bagged to some friggin' warehouse or detention facility. And even if they were guilty, these taxes and conditions would still be monstrous and executed in bad faith because it's motivated solely by hatred of the other and using the flimsy interpretation of law as a pretext to expunge them. And now they're considering putting one of those here. Weren't conservatives supposed to be worried about this kind of government tactic? Secret courts and black sites? Isn't this why they keep talking about the need for the Second Amendment? Maybe they should stop doing that if they're going to roll over for the boot at the first opportunity because it gives them a good excuse to stomp on others that they've been told deserve it. Due process.
Thank you, Alex.
Hello. Hello, good evening. Is this on? I'm gonna try to put it on. Thank you. Okay. Good evening. I'm Kathleen Shea, and I am from Belleville, New Jersey. And before that, I was at Elmwood Park, and before that, I was in Denville, New Jersey. As a former resident in Morris County, I could not imagine being a resident trying to contribute to a community in a county with the risk of an oppressive force like ICE. I currently am fearful in general based on my own skin tone and also my own immigration status. I'm a naturalized citizen, and I do currently share a lot of the fears of other people who are also immigrants in New Jersey. I do often tell my fiance where I'm going, just so he knows, God forbid he doesn't hear back from me. My second point is that I have a friend who lives in Roxbury, and she was just recently updating me as she had witnessed from the article on Tapin 2 that is titled "No Federal Contact on Possible ICE Processing Site" from December 26, 2025, that she saw in the comments some Roxbury moms who commented against detention facilities due to concerns about public safety. My next and final point is that in the surrounding towns, for example, one I'm familiar with, which is Denville, there is the Assumption College for Sisters, which provides two. I think it might have stopped. Do you want me to just speak up? That would just cut. Okay. Stop limited.
Take the batteries dying.
Oh. What is this stuff? Oh, it's all used. Yeah, I have one last point. The Assumption College for Sisters, which provides 2-year liberal arts education for sisters from other countries. Those sisters sometimes go on outings with supporters of the college. ICE may potentially racially profile the sisters or question their immigration status. That would be traumatizing to the sisters and the college. Also, with the Catholic Church, St. Therese in Succasunna, I do wonder if that church would ever bring in immigrant seminarians or other lay persons into their congregation. I wouldn't want ICE to survey or somehow possibly question their immigration status as well. Thank you very much for listening.
Once again, our public portion is open up to any member of the audience that wishes to talk on any topic. You can also come up and discuss.
Hello, my name is Julie Moreno. I live in Newark, New Jersey. I grew up in Morris County, in Long Valley, in Morristown, among other places. Last week I came up to speak. My husband self-deported in October. He was undocumented. Now he's back in Mexico. He has to be there for 10 years before he can apply to come back on a marriage-based visa. But I want to speak to you about what happens to people in detention centers and why families like mine make the decision to spend 10 years apart. A friend of mine named Monica and her husband Douglas, they have their story published in the Texas Observer. It was published, it's called Trump's ICE Arrested a Whistleblower Who Exposed Sexual Assault in Detention. Now he's left the country. And that was published on October 20th. So I'm going to read part of the published story, even though I personally know this family. I know a little bit more of the details. While Menjivar, who is her husband Douglas's last name, was held at Corley facility facing possible deportation. Deportation. Another detainee sexually assaulted him twice with the help of an accomplice. He said in an official complaint and in interviews with the Texas Observer and other media. The duo targeted him after he confronted them for raping an 18-year-old. Upon seeing the traumatized teen sobbing, Menjivar, who had been sleeping on a top bunk, offered to trade places, believing the culprits would not attack a grown man, but the two jumped him as he slept. One held Menjivar down, shoving a pillow in his face, while the other assaulted him. After another attack in the shower, he slipped and fell while fleeing his assailant, causing him to pass out and lose a significant amount of blood from a gash in his head. Upon regaining consciousness in the detention center infirmary after the attack, an ICE supervisor mocked him, calling him stupid, and said he was stupid and left him with a 2-inch scar on his scalp. His wife hired a lawyer to try to get him in front of a judge. As a married couple, they should have been able to request cancellation of removals, and he would have then been released, but now we were seeing no bond available, no hearings were being held. They wouldn't let him go. It cost them $40,000 for them eventually to say, I can't afford this lawyer anymore. Will you let him leave the country to a third country in Spain where his daughters were? So $40,000 later, kept in solitary confinement after being sexually assaulted, psychologically assaulted. Let me just finish.
Thank you.
My husband self-deported because this is what we're facing. Either I have 10 years away from my husband, or we are facing issues of going to detention centers. When they get out, not only is their time gone, but their peace of mind is gone, and that will never, ever, ever come back. If that comes here, then we are signing off on human rights violations.
Okay, thank you.
We have a lot of tall people here.
Moving this. Hi, Bonnie Rosenthal, Beaver Dam Road in Randolph. Thank you and congratulations. I was listening to all of you guys, and I'm really glad people who care about you and respect you and what have you come and see you guys on the reorg and hold the Bibles and what have you. I just want to remind you guys, obviously you're all human beings, we're all human beings, and you talked about Mayor and Deputy Mayor, you talked about how thanking your wife and thanking your children and realizing, you take this home with you. And I want to remind you, I don't need to tell you about the ICE facilities. I need to tell you that when you're thinking about this, think about your daughter, think about your wife, and the fact that you're A, able to be together, and B, how many times you said when you were speaking before with your acceptance speech, how many times you said the public safety. There were over 150 people at 46 and 10. Thankfully, we had very good security and protection. Thankfully, so many people are concerned in getting out there and putting their lives on the line, and I mean their lives on the line when they stand on corners or on bridges or what have you. I appreciate what you're doing. Remember your morals, remember you are human beings, and remember your daughter that you spoke about and your wife. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Adam McGovern. I'm at 87 St. John's Avenue in Parsippany, which will no doubt be a target for ICE raids, being more than 30% immigrant, if a facility like this goes through. I thank you, Mayor, for your openness in the opening statement about all of the outreach that's being done and the information that you're seeking. It's not the kind of openness that any of us can expect from this federal government, and it's not the kind of openness that you all can expect from DHS. Clearly, you're having to chase down this information after it was nationally announced, and that's no way, to show respect for our local home rule or for our local citizenry. I think that it's something that you need to push back against. I'd like to very briefly read a quote, and the source will hopefully not surprise you. but it goes, I beg your pardon. Pardon the technical difficulties. The federal government is hunting people down. They say they're mostly bad people, but there are families with children, and that's a problem. We owe it to ourselves to come up with a better solution than to round them up as cattle in a temporary center in a warehouse. That's the Republican county executive of Orange in New York. So this is something which, as somebody else said, transcends party. It's just a matter of humanity. And you know, you've heard a lot about what conditions people face in detention. Many of the people here wait outside in the rain, in the snow, in the sweltering temperatures and the freezing temperatures with families who dare not leave the line at Delaney Hall, our biggest ICE jail now and one of the biggest on the East Coast, because they're afraid of not missing the one chance they have for a minute with their loved ones. We're gonna be back here every time with our own vigil, so that no one has to be waiting in front of some warehouse in Roxbury, going through that kind of trauma and anguish. I also appreciate, Mayor, how you said in the press, and I understand that you did not want to comment on something that's still theoretical, but we have to keep this theoretical because the reality would be inconceivable. So I want you, all of you, to follow the county executive of Orange in New York in saying unequivocally that this is something you don't want in this town. Mr. Bucco has said the equivalent, and I very much appreciate it. And take whatever material concrete steps, like banning private prisons as a permitted use, that you can. Thanks.
Good evening, Diana May, 30 Whisper Way East in Ledgewood. I'm a 15-year Roxbury resident. On social media, there have been a lot of reactions to the news and how those of us who oppose it are handling things. And one of the criticisms is that residents of other towns are speaking about this and not Roxbury residents. So I am a Roxbury resident here to speak to my council members. And I believe that people from other towns, thank you so much for coming out. This indicates that this is having a much larger impact on our town, and it has the potential to have a much larger impact than just on Roxbury. It was mentioned earlier that you have reached out to our representatives and state senators, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I had urged that last week as well when I spoke, and I would encourage you to please continue to urge them to seek out information rather than wait for information to be handed down. I would assume once information is decided and final, that we're gonna have a lot less leverage. I will do the same and reach out to all of my representatives and senators, but somehow I feel that you may have more clout than I do as a resident, simply a resident of Roxbury. As William said earlier, we are interested in hearing what is your stance on this issue. Will you accommodate this, or will you oppose this? We, the residents, are entitled to know where our elected officials stand on this issue. So at the earliest possible time, I would appreciate that. I will continue coming to the meetings. I'm very interested in what you have to say. We will continue to monitor this, as I'm sure you are, and I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that you are working on our behalf, and I will continue coming to these meetings to learn more, because that is my responsibility as a resident, and I will also continue to protest at the intersection of Route 46 and Route 10. See you there. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Cynthia Galeota, and I'm a resident of South Orange. And I want to share with you what I know about the detention center in Newark, Delaney Hall. It is owned and operated by Geo Group, a multi-billion-dollar worldwide corporation which had record-setting profits in 2025, assisted by a $1 billion 15-year contract with the federal government to run Delaney Hall. and it is run to maximize profits and minimize services. For those inside Delaney Hall, there is bad food, bad water, limited physical recreation, minimal health care, dysfunctional routines like being woken up at 4 a.m. for breakfast, no library, limited legal services, along with the stress of knowing you could be transferred to another state without rhyme or reason. For visiting family and friends, there is no indoor waiting room, so visitors have to wait outside in harsh elements for 1 to 1.5 hours. There is also a dress code, mostly for women, no tight clothing, and if you don't conform, you cannot visit. I'm part of a loosely affiliated coalition called Eyes on ICE, who have a daily presence at Delaney Hall. We try to provide support and comfort by handing out blankets, hats, gloves, hand warmers, hot drinks, toys, grocery gift cards, and diapers, helping with transportation and information requests, and visiting detainees. My husband and I now visit a young man, depressed and sad, who has corroborated how difficult life is in detention. The scene at the end of each visit, we are all in a large cafeteria-like setting with so much hugging, so many children, women, brothers, sisters crying, not wishing to separate from their loved ones, is completely heartbreaking. 68,000 people are currently in detention in the United States. 1,000 at Delaney Hall, 300 at Elizabeth. New Jersey Spotlight reported in December that immigration agents are pursuing people who often have legal paperwork and no records, meaning that ICE is detaining New Jerseyans who are following the legal process as instructed, but detained just the same. 2025 was also the deadliest year in detention, with 31 people dying nationwide. And please note, I have reported abuses to the hotlines at DHS, to ICE. I have written to both of them. I've written to GEO Group, as have others, including New Jersey elected officials, and have yet to receive a response. The fundamental question of these chaotic times is, how do we care for one another? Do we, as a country, want to be complicit in a dehumanizing system that views people as commodities, causes untold trauma, and which has absolutely no accountability? Our ultimate goal at Delaney Hall is to shut it down and reunite families with their loved ones. Please do all in your power to prevent another detention center from opening in Roxbury, where we know cruel and inhumane treatment await our fellow residents.
Thank you.
Please ban private prisons. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Carrie Stetler, and I live in the Mount Tabor section of Parsippany. I'm here tonight because I have concerns about an increased ICE presence in Morris County. I'm concerned that residents and neighbors could be, including those who are in the process of trying to gain citizenship, and those who had temporary protection status until recently, and that is going to be stripped away, but have built families here and have built lives here. I'm concerned about that, and I'm concerned about humanitarian issues that people have brought up here tonight. One reason why I'm here is because I've been reading media reports of some of the other towns that were mentioned in the Washington Post story, and I've been kind of just checking out what their response has been. And I was happy to see that Township Attorney Bucco was quoted in NJ Spotlight as saying that a detention center doesn't belong here in Roxbury. But there have been other towns, including Merrimack, New Hampshire, Stafford, Virginia, Highland Park in Michigan, and as Adam mentioned, Orange County in New York. And he quoted someone that I was going to quote, who was quoted, he's the county executive of Orange County. But anyway, so they had just as little information as you do. The government never reached out to these officials. They knew nothing, but they were very vocal in their strong opposition to a DHS facility, and they cited some of the same concerns that other residents have brought up here tonight, including infrastructure, the burden on taxpayers, public safety, and also the humanitarian issues that everyone has detailed here tonight. So I'm just hoping that, so anyway, the point is, they knew as little as you did, but they are speaking out very strongly against it, and they're looking into how they can fight this decision if it ever comes to fruition. So I am just urging you to do the same thing. Maybe you want to look at reports and see how they're handling it, but I'm hoping that you can be just as vocal and just as strong in your opposition and just as strategic in taking and examining measures to stop this. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Shayna. I live in Madison, New Jersey. Tilted? Sure. My name is Shayna Germansky. I live in Madison, New Jersey. Before that, I've lived in Somerset County, and I've also been a resident in Union County, New Jersey. I'm here tonight on this matter that we've all spoken about, and I'm not going to repeat things that have already been said, or at least I'm going to try not to. I am a special education teacher and also a board-certified behavior analyst, and I say that because I am someone like you who spends my career and my time serving our community members. And the people that I'm currently serving, many of them are very scared because of the position that they are in, because they have come here to seek a better life, right? They haven't done anything wrong other than looking for a better life for themselves and their family. They are not criminals. They're some of the loveliest people that I've met, and I'm lucky that I get to know them. No one deserves to live in fear, and that is why many people have fled other countries to come here, and now they are again having trauma after trauma across different borders that shouldn't even exist to begin with. This also impacts me on a personal level beyond my profession. A loved one who's a family member she is not born in this country. Her native language is not English, although she speaks it fluently as well as being multilingual. She is scared, and we are scared for her because of her skin color, because her native language is not English. Even when she speaks English perfectly, she speaks it with her native language and country origin accent. She has a PhD. She's a professor, but this shouldn't matter because education level should not impact somebody standing in our society. My friend, her fiance is currently detained. He started off his detention in Delaney Hall in New Jersey. He's been detained for over 3 months now, and what he is going through, nobody should have to endure. He is a strong individual. What he did to get here and what I've heard of his story, what he had to endure, he is not somebody who has a weak mindset and who's not physically weak, but yet the psychological and abuse that he's going through is breaking him down. And this is what DHS and ICE is looking to do to people that are detained from the majority of the stories that I've heard. He was very sadly moved 30 minutes before he was supposed to have his scheduled court hearing. He has an attorney. His fiance, my friend, has spent well over $10,000, and he was moved across the country 30 minutes before that scheduled hearing to...
Your time. Thank you. 10 more minutes of open public before we close.
Hi, my name is Ardith Collins. I'm a resident of Parsippany. Congratulations to all who took an oath to serve the people in this beautiful service tonight. I'm a Jersey girl through and through. I love this country. I love Morris County. I oppose any development of an ICE detainment facility in Roxbury. Do you really want to be known as a for-profit prison town? Do you really want masked troops in this town? If you don't, please be courageous and speak out. If you do, history has its eyes on you. Warehouses are for packages, not people. Stephen Miller has a goal of deporting 3,000 people a day. ICE has arrested over 68,000 people in 2025, and the data shows that 72% of those had no criminal convictions. The goal of 2026 is to deport 1 million people per year. Many have expressed concern about immigrants tonight. I will add the question, who will be next when ICE is finished with the immigrants? It brings to mind the words of Pastor Martin Niemöller. First, they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Cassie Holm. I lived in New Jersey my entire life, currently in Bloomfield. Drove the distance to get here. A number of us, as you've pointed out, are not from here. I echo everything that everybody has said. The key point I wanted to make has been made, but I'll reinforce it. This is on your heads. This will be something you carry with you forever. This is something you have to go home and talk to your kids about. And then history will also be talking about it. So this is a moment to stand up, show how Roxbury is taking a lead, and also show how New Jersey is going to show the rest of the country how to move forward. It's a huge opportunity for you and a huge opportunity for us. And we'd like to support you in that. Thank you.
Seeing no one else, I'll close public. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you, everybody.